I keep attacking Orange Theory in these videos. If you are an average individual, one of the best things you can do to lose fat is just copy bodybuilders. Bodybuilders are shredded and they are the best at getting shredded. So if we examine the people and really try to focus on what do these people do, I think we can pick up a few tips and tricks that allow us average people to get pretty lean. The first one is LISS cardio. That's low intensity, steady state cardio. There's a lot of people who jump on these high intensity wagons and fads. I keep attacking Orange Theory in these videos, but they keep going to Orange Theory or F45. And look, those have their place. And if somebody's not doing any exercise, but an Orange Theory class gets them to move, do it. If you are stuck, plateaued, and looking to actually lose fat and take your physique to the next level as an average person, we have to be smart about the tactics we use. The first one, though, is low intensity, steady state cardio. Now, that could be going for walks and counting your steps. It could be riding a bike, doing elliptical. But the point is low intensity cardio is a great way to burn fat and burn calories without wrecking our joints or wreaking havoc on our nervous system. Because the reality of most high intensity interval training styles is that it's pretty brutal. It's really taxing on the joints, on the muscles, and on our nervous system. And the more our nervous system gets fatigued, the higher stress and cortisol gets. And it just gets harder and harder to continue staying consistent with all the habits we're trying to implement to train, diet, lose fat, and just live our lives. The second strategy is meal prep. Every single bodybuilder meal preps religiously. Now, I'm not saying you got to walk around carrying one of those suitcase things that you fit all the Tupperwares in, but you should probably meal prep. And maybe that's not prepping out a bunch of Tupperwares for your week and you bring them to work, and maybe it is. But what it is, no matter what, is planning your meals. And that's what real meal prep is. What are you going to eat tomorrow? If you don't have a plan or a menu, you are not meal prepping. And if you're not meal prepping, at least to that extent, you are setting yourself up for failure because you're guessing as you go. And that is not a good way to eat for fat loss. Number three, tacking on to that last one, we have calories and macros. All bodybuilders track them. They use different methods and strategies and different macro ratios, but the point is pretty simple. No matter what, every bodybuilder is involved with tracking their macros and they know how many calories and macros they are taking in. They are aware of their protein, fats, and carbs every single day, and they know that they are in the right calorie balance. So again, if you're not tracking, you're probably guessing. And if you're guessing, you're probably not going to get the best results. So with macros, we are designing a diet with calories and macro totals that are going to tell us what turns to take, how to adjust our diet, and it's going to guarantee we get there in a certain timeline. That's what a deficit will do. The fourth one is a sleep routine. Most bodybuilders are religious about their sleep. They know it's one of the most crucial aspects of keeping their body healthy while they diet and recovering enough for training. You need to get about 7 hours. Most people can commit to being in bed for about 8 to 9 hours and sleeping for 7, because that 8 to 9 might include some Netflix and chill with your spouse or whatever, but regardless, close your eyes and try to sleep for 7 hours a night. And more important than that is going to sleep and waking up at the same exact time each day. This is going to help your circadian rhythm and your body clock get into a pattern, and you're going to be able to build a really good routine around not only your healthy habits, but your productive habits throughout the day. The fifth one is they have a deadline. Bodybuilders know exactly what date they are stepping on stage. They know at a certain time in this year, they were going to walk onto a stage without their shirt on or in a bikini if you're a bikini athlete. They're going to pose in front of people taking pictures and judging their physique, which sounds crazy to most people, because it kind of is. That deadline is accountability. When you know you're getting on that stage at a certain time, you're gonna make damn sure you get on stage looking your best. So if you're an everyday person who wants to look their best for a wedding or for a trip in the summer or a cruise you're going on, or maybe you just have a really serious fat loss goal, set a timeline, set a date, get a coach and decide, I will get to this goal by this date. Now you have accountability, you have a deadline, and you have a goal in mind that you can see the light at the end of the tunnel, and you know where you're going, when you're gonna get there, and how long it's gonna take to get there. The sixth one is investments. Bodybuilders invest in a lot of things, and you don't have to invest in all of them. They're buying trunks or stage swimsuits, they're buying tanning, they're shaving, they're buying tickets. You luckily don't have to do that. You have to buy food regardless, because without food, you can't survive. And second, you probably should invest in a coach, because a coach is gonna hold you accountable and they're gonna give you the right guidance. They are your GPS. They're the roadmap. They're the person that is going to make sure you're taking the right path at the right time that is fit best for you. But not only that, money is one of the most best forms of accountability, because if you invest your hard-earned money into a coach and into your goal, you are guaranteed to get to that result. And research even supports this. People who pay versus people who get something for free, the people who pay will find more value in that item or in that aspect, and they're more likely to do something with it. And number 7, they lift 5 to 6 days a week. Most everyday people can get away with lifting 3 days a week. I usually recommend 4, maybe 5 if you're more advanced, but the point is pretty simple. Every single bodybuilder is in the gym. They are pushing themselves to build strength and build muscle, and when they're dieting for fat loss, they're making making sure that they maintain that hard-earned muscle, which everyday people should do as well. But the point is pretty simple. You need to get in the gym, you need to strength train, and you should probably lift weights 3 or 4 times a week at least to make sure that you can accomplish your goal and maintain the muscle you have on your body. You don't have to be a bodybuilder to use these strategies. And of course, obviously, I know what I'm doing. So if you need help and you don't know what you're doing, ask for help. If you want to coach, if you want to invest, if you want to use these strategies in a way that's individualized for you, click the link in the description or head over to TailoredCoachingMethod.com and apply for coaching. Click the big yellow button and we would love to talk with you for free and help you out. Oh, and of course, likes, comment, subscribe to the channel. That helps too.